If you're thinking about renovating your home this spring in Toronto, this is actually the perfect time to start planning. Spring is the busiest renovation season in the city. Contractors get booked quickly, permit applications increase, and design teams suddenly find themselves managing multiple projects at once. The homeowners who usually have the smoothest renovation experiences are the ones who understand how the process really works before construction even begins. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 costly renovation mistakes Toronto homeowners make every spring, and how you can avoid them. Before we get into the list, there's one important thing to understand. A successful renovation doesn't really begin when construction starts. It begins much earlier, during the planning phase. That's when the design is developed, the timeline is established, and many potential problems are solved before anyone even steps onto the job site. And when that planning phase is rushed, that's usually when projects start running into trouble. So let's go through 5 mistakes homeowners make when planning a renovation, and what to do instead. The most common mistake we see every year is homeowners waiting until spring to start planning. But by the time the weather warms up, renovation season is already in full swing. Contractors are booking projects, and permit applications are increasing across the city. What many homeowners don't realize is that renovations require a planning phase before construction begins. That includes developing the design, defining the scope of the project, and preparing drawings. And all of that takes time. Starting the process earlier gives you more flexibility and helps create a much smoother renovation timeline. The second mistake homeowners often make is underestimating how permits can affect the renovation timeline. In Toronto, many renovations require permits before construction can begin, especially when structural changes, plumbing, or electrical work are involved. Those permits require drawings and documentation that must be reviewed by the city. Because of that process, approvals can take time. When permits aren't factored into the timeline early, projects sometimes end up paused while approvals are processed. Planning for permits from the beginning helps keep the project moving smoothly. The third mistake we sometimes see is homeowners wanting to start construction before the design has been fully developed. But renovations involve many interconnected decisions: layout changes, materials, lighting, and how different spaces will function together. When those decisions are still evolving during construction, projects can become more complicated and sometimes more expensive. Taking the time to fully develop the design before construction begins helps define the scope of the renovation and allows the construction phase to run much more efficiently. Mistake number 4 is underestimating the full scope of the renovation. At the beginning, homeowners often focus on the visible updates, things like a new kitchen, a renovated bathroom, or opening up a living space. But once construction begins, it's not unusual to discover outdated wiring, plumbing issues, or structural adjustments, especially in older homes. When the full scope isn't clearly defined early on, those discoveries can affect both the timeline and the budget. That's why well-planned renovations usually include a detailed scope of work and a contingency for unexpected conditions. The last mistake is something homeowners often overlook before construction begins: preparing the home itself. Renovations usually involve moving belongings, reorganizing spaces, and adjusting how parts of the home are used during construction. Taking time to declutter and organize beforehand can make the renovation process much easier to manage. It also helps homeowners better understand what they want to achieve with the space before final design decisions are made. So if you're thinking about renovating your home this spring in Toronto, keeping these 5 things in mind can make a big difference. Starting the planning process early, understanding permit timelines, developing the design before construction begins, defining the full scope of the project, and preparing the home ahead of time all help create a much smoother renovation experience. Because in most successful renovations, the real work actually happens long before construction begins. If you're planning a renovation and want to better understand how the process works, we share more insights like this here on the channel, so make sure to follow along. And if you're considering a renovation project in Toronto, you can also reach out to our team at Norseman to start the conversation. We're always happy to help homeowners understand what the process looks like and how to approach a project the right way.